No, because what were they supposed to do? So you mean to tell me that you have wizards that don't live inside the wizard world? Jerry Russo and Teresa both wanted their families to live outside of the wizard world. In the wizard world, you're taught to use magic, how to use magic, and it's a lot more acceptable. So I understand that in the real world, it can be like you want your kids to have a normal life, but they are not normal. And the fact that the parents kept them in a bubble by not allowing them to use their magic, just study textbooks on it, was wrong. Now, I get that when you're in the regular world, you want your kids to be careful because you don't want wizardry to be known to everybody, but the fact that they raised their kids not to actually use magic, but also had them learning about magic that they weren't even supposed to be using for a competition, that would take away 2 of their powers. So meaning only one person would be able to keep their powers, and then to do what? Because let's talk about this. Jerry had them doing wizard classes almost every day, but they weren't supposed to really use magic. They were just supposed to take tests and study in that area. And first off, I would like to point out every student, every kid, every person learns differently. Alex learned by doing, which is why she became the which is why she became the family wizard, not once, but twice, because she put it into action. Justin was better at learning and reading textbooks and all of that stuff, and he had the knowledge, but again, using it in real world experiences is very different. Now, Max, we didn't really get to see too much of him using magic. It was like he was kind of just there. In season 1, he didn't even have his wand too much. And also in season 1, we learned that his powers had just come in, so he didn't know how to use it or anything, and we didn't really get to see him use magic physically or really study on it. So, yeah. But you give these kids magical powers, expect them to learn everything they can about magic so that they can prepare for, again, a test that's going to take away 2 of their powers. So I'd want to be using all the magic I can because I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep my powers for the rest of my life. But then you do that and then expect them not to use their magic ever when you were the one, Jerry and Teresa, who decided to keep them from the wizarding world? Like, why? And I thought the wizard competition was stupid anyway, because why are you pitting all these families against each other? Like, we learn that this wizard competition has split up so many families. Like, for instance, Jerry's sister doesn't even talk to them anymore. They didn't even know that she existed. They only knew about Uncle Kilbo. They didn't realize they had an aunt. And then they tried to, Justin made me mad that episode because he was like, yeah, the aunt is just like you, Alex. Excuse me? No, because Alex would have been happy for you if you became the family wizard. Alex would have never done what she did. They were always trying to crap on Alex for no reason, which is why I will always stand 10 toes behind Stevie. They really tried to make us believe that Stevie was the one in the wrong because she wanted to put an end to the wizard competition. It's not like she was saying, oh yeah, all the bad wizards rise up. No, she was saying the people that don't want to be affected by how it tears apart your family and the fear that, oh, something I've been raised with all of my life is going to be just taken away from me through a test. I would have been mad too. I 100% believe that she was right. Always. Like, it never sat right with me. Ever. And honestly, I believe that even though Alex was the one that tricked Stevie into taking the competition and giving up her powers and stuff like that, I don't believe it was because Alex truly wanted that. I believe it was because Justin was always constantly down her throat. And it's because these two, Alex and Stevie, were very similar characters, which is why I've always loved her character. But Justin was really getting on Alex's case about something Stevie was doing. And Justin was like over here like, oh, we need the wizard competition. We need this. He was saying that because he thought he was going to win. And whenever he didn't, or whenever he was behind in the wizard competition, he would have dropped the wizard competition so quick. Like, he thought he was going to win, which is the only reason why he wanted her to go. But yeah, Alex was like, either I can let the wizard competition be the one to break up my family, which she would have been like, hey, even if Justin or Max did win, Alex would have still been around. She would have still supported her brothers. So she felt like the wizard competition is not going to hurt me in any kind of way like it hurts Stevie. So she's like, either I can risk losing my brother who I look up to because I'm not trying to stop her, or I can wait until our wizard competition and then not let it affect me. Because Alex felt like Justin was going to win anyway, because he was kind of just throwing that back in her face, like, oh, I'm going to win, I'm the best, and stuff. So Alex was like, look, if that's what it is, and if I feel like you're going to win and stuff, I'm going to support you. So Alex felt like the wizard competition would not change her family, because she was like, I'll be 10 toes down for my brothers anyway. But yeah, all in all, Alex would always get in trouble for the craziest things. Like, remember that episode where she zapped on a jacket and got in trouble? Like, she made sure no one was around, and then she zapped on a jacket. She just used magic to do that. And they acted like, oh, this happens and that happens, and then boom, you could go to jail. What? All she wanted to do was zap on a jacket. And then Alex is constantly thinking of others. They always call her selfish, but she's really not. She uses her magic 9 times out of 10, first off, to make her life easier, which, shoot, I would do the exact same thing too, or to do something nice for someone else. Like for Jerry's birthday, she used magic to bring back an old memory, an old good memory of his, and to give him the power to have magic for one day, which was for his birthday. Like, she was always doing stuff for other people. So yes, while technically she did use her magic free range, it was literally to do the smallest things, to zap her some pancakes when she got hungry. Teresa even got mad whenever she told Alex to unload the dishwasher, and Alex used magic to do it. Like, I understand teaching your kid responsibility, right? Because you're just like, hey, we don't know if you're going to win the wizard competition. We don't know how long you're going to have your powers. I want you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet with or without magic. I get that. But they were always on her case for the most random little bitty stuff. And to be honest, it couldn't be me. Don't give me magic powers, because I'd be zapping in and out of different countries. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I would not use it I would be using all willy-nilly. Like, I would zap money in my possession. Like, Alex was literally doing almost little to nothing. She was like, zap, oh my gosh, I got some coffee, thank you. And then her parents would get on her case about it. I'd be like, man, I would do much worse, so don't even. Also, what really made me upset is that Jerry had them learning about all this magic, all this knowledge and stuff just for a test. Because let's talk about this. When Alex became the family wizard, afterwards, she still used magic. She used magic for fun, but she never got herself in trouble, ever. And they were still mad that she was using magic freely. What am I supposed to do? Just have a wand just in case something bad happens? Like, literally, you give her magic powers. You give all of them magic powers to never be able to use. Like, that made honestly no sense to me. You expect to give kids powers, and then they're all using it responsibly, in my decision, in my opinion, and stuff, but you expect them to never use it? What's the point?